Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. I am Tiamoma Happy. If this is the first time coming across this face, you are very welcome. If you are returning to my channel, thank you for the love and support. So guys, is it my previous? I don't even remember. It's not my previous. I've been gone. So today's topic, guys, I'll be talking about grooming, the stages of grooming, what is grooming and what to look out for when it comes to grooming. Like I said, I was molested at the age of 14 by a priest's son from my church, and it didn't just happen. He groomed me, into trusting him, and yeah, and which later on it led to him sexually molesting me. Anyway, guys, so what is grooming? So grooming is an exercise whereby someone will train you, they will shape you to for a particular use or to become something that they want you to be. So basically, like, they groom you into that thing, like they shape you to be that. So guys, grooming happens in stages. The predator, they're very smart. Number one, they go into identify their victim. So for me, he identified me obviously from church. I'm someone who's not always there. Then he tried to understand why is that the case, of which I told him I was in boarding school, and most probably I had low self-esteem and he could pick on it. And because I was in boarding school and I didn't have so much friends from home, already I was isolated, so also that could have made me vulnerable on its own. They look at your parents, your surroundings, who you always with. So if there's anything vulnerable that they can use, they pounce on it. So for me, it was that. I would say most probably I had low self-esteem and I was hungry to be the best, of which according to how gifted I am, my capabilities and everything, I could not break to that level of excellence, and he could pick on it for whatever reason. I don't know how, but they go out and they study their victims, and I'm I can say this because later on, after everything, I remember him actually saying, I didn't want you. That's his exact words. He was like, I didn't want you. I wanted this other girl. I'm not gonna say her name. She was also in church with us, but and then he was like, but I could not go for her because she has a lot of friends, and not only that, her sisters are too loud, wapap in a way, so meaning she's out there, she's too loud, she's outspoken. So I ended up choosing you, but I wanted that one. So they will identify you. Obviously they identify their victim. Number two, they're gonna try and gain some trust from you. Trust in a sense of forming a relationship with you. So in my case, it came with that thing of him saying, there's a program here in church, and this program, we assist learners to be overachievers, and then blah blah blah, so they can get bursaries and whatnot. And at that point, like I said, in church there was this young lady who was going to Germany to study to be a pilot, and I so happened to be in church when this lady was actually getting up and they were celebrating her achievement, and this guy actually came with that angle. So they will try to form a relationship with you. They want to gain your trust, either maybe in the form of trying to help you there and there, you know, maybe help you carry your things. Sometimes they just happen to be there out of nowhere. They are just there, available always to assist you. Maybe you someone who's knocking off late, they will come from nowhere to walk you home, offer to walk you home, offer to assist you in whatever. And number 3, they're gonna try and isolate you from people. So in my case, it was easy for my predator because I was isolated already. And after isolating, you know, when you isolate someone, you obviously, they become weak. You're putting them in a weaker position. Another thing that they will try to do, so they isolate you to create secrecy. Like I said in my other video, I hate secrecy, and this is like, there's a difference between secrecy and privacy, and I've explained this in my other video to say that, guys, secrecy is something that you do without anyone knowing about it. So privacy, I mean, people know that you take a shower, but it doesn't mean I want to take a shower in front of the whole world or in front of everyone. That's my private moment. But mommy and daddy knows that I do take a shower. Mommy and daddy knows that I play my games in my room and whatever. But they will create this secrecy around your relationship that no one must know about it. It's something special between you and him. If people find out about it, maybe they might be jealous. They might try to stop it because of jealousy. So they will create that secrecy around the relationship so that they can easily transform the relationship and sexualize it. And the next stage from creating the secrecy in the relationship, obviously they're going to try and sexualize it. So the sexualizing of the relationship does not just happen like in those grooming stages. He might try to put his hand, you know, on your shoulders. Obviously, for the first time, you might be shocked a bit, but then now he might look at you like, are you crazy? And of which you also gonna think, why are you being jumpy? Like, there's nothing wrong that this person is doing. They're just hugging you. His hand on your lap, which might occur like a mistake, you know, for the first time. Like, it's those gradual stages taking you there slowly and slowly. Another thing, guys, we're living in the world of technology. They will use technology, social media, to get to you. For me, like I said, we moved the communication. Obviously, it moved from physical to telephonic, from telephonic to mixed. And he would send pictures, you know. I remember this one time he sent a picture like of someone naked, of a naked man actually, showing his genitals. And obviously I was shocked, and then he quickly called and said sorry, he was not sending the picture to me, of which I doubt. And then the next thing, it was more of, have you ever seen something like that? Now he's creating a conversation around a male genital and whatever, and which at the time it seemed innocent, like the way he reacted and everything. But later on, coming to think about it, I'm like, but at that time it seemed so innocent that obviously he didn't mean to, or something. I don't know what to say. So yeah, so that's what happened. And then the next thing, he wanted to talk about it, which was just weird, because now it was leading the conversation into Are you a virgin? Have you, have you slept with anyone? Have you understand those funny things? And at the end of the day, I have to say, the way grooming happens, you might end up feeling like you brought it to yourself, and it might also be like you were not manipulated into whatever is happening, and you fully participated in it, and you brought it on yourself for whatever reason. So it brings a sense of embarrassment, a sense of shame to you. So it, it's a very tricky thing, hmm, to deal with. Let me just say that. So it's important, guys, to know who your kids are talking to on the phone, what kind of content they're sharing as well, so you can protect them, because it doesn't need to happen physically only. Now, like I said, with technology, it can happen over the phone. And yeah, and technology has its good perks and everything, but it also comes with a lot of potential to harm, and we need to be careful and aware, and try and protect our kids and make them aware that there are such predators out there. So, and anyone can be a victim of that, and you shouldn't be ashamed to come to me if something like this happens, and there's this person who wants to communicate and talk with you in private about such things and whatnot. Come and talk to me about it, because I also remember my son is 10 years old, my firstborn. It so happened when he was home, they were home visiting the grandparents with his other cousins, and so it happened that someone sent naked pictures on his phone, and he was shocked and whatever. They didn't know how to block this number. This person was pestering him and everything, but luckily, but the way my niece says it, niece is 13 years old, yeah, so she's a bit older than him. She says she realized that he's kind of disturbed after receiving a message or seeing something on his phone, and kept asking him what's up, and then he showed her, and then they called me, they told me about it, and I told them, guys, delete those pictures. They said they did delete them, and I said, block that number, block the number. This is how you block the number, reject it as well, and let's just close this chapter, and move on. So imagine if he obviously felt scared and embarrassed, and I thank God that he was with his cousin whom he trusted and you know could relate this to, and she was able to come back and relate it to me as well. So yeah, guys, we need to be careful of who our kids get to talk to, engage with, this wrong number nonsense and everything. Find ways to protect our kids, monitor them. At the end of the day, we are not their friends, we are parents, and we have a higher assignment on earth to protect these human beings, and that's our job, and we should not shy away from it. It's our responsibility. No matter what, do what you can do to protect them. Thank you for watching today's video. I'm Tia Mama Happy. If you find the content educational, do not forget to subscribe, like, and subscribe. You can also share your experience down below, or share other tips that you may know of. Most of what I'm talking about here is based on my experience, what I experienced in my past. And yeah, guys, this is basically it. Thank you for watching, and until my next upload, see you then.